welcome. It is Sunday, the final day of this week, and it's noticeable because the chart has been going pretty much sideways since the beginning of the day. The range is contained between, what is it, like a couple of $100, $300, $400 pretty much. Nothing has really been happening today, but nonetheless, we are going to cover a bit of the price action, of course, zooming out as well. So we're going to cover the 4-hour chart, and then we zoom into the current range, where I do want to explain a couple of things. Now, the video for tonight is a video that I've already made and prepared. It is the cycle, macro, and high time frame video. In other words, the monthly, weekly, and the daily chart. It's already made. It's already planned for 7 p.m. Central European time. That's when it will go live, because tonight I won't be home. And this is one of those videos that I can prepare up front, because on those time frames, things don't really change very quickly, right? So I made that one up front, and yeah, then after this live stream, I immediately have to go to the train. So this stream won't be too long. I have to fetch the train at 4:52 p.m., which means that I have to leave the house at 4:45 p.m., which is in a maximum of 40 minutes. Now, give me a little bit of time to pack my bag and my stuff, meaning there's about 30 to 35 minutes left. So it's going to be a short stream, and yeah, there wasn't really too much new info to talk about, so I was waiting to see if price would do something. And in the meantime, I actually prepared a couple of new thumbnails, a couple of new backgrounds. I mean, the thumbnail design is the same, but I just searched for a couple of new backgrounds as well to get some more variety. So I made these for the videos. Still got to do that for the live stream, actually. And in the train will also work a little bit while I'm traveling, because it's an hour to Amsterdam. Where I will have dinner with my fiance, with her sister, and a big business guy. So that's going to be exciting. But in the train, while I'm traveling, I'm going to work on the YouTube mind map that I have started to make as well, to get a little bit more direction of where do I even want to go, because everything that's been happening to the channel and the growth in the past year is very unexpected. And I take things as it comes, but it's good to have a bit of a vision, bit of a vision, mission, why, how, what, know where I want to go, have a mind map as well with the different things. Like I have content here, community is in here as well, and just YouTube as a general company thing. I need to think about that stuff, right? So yeah, that is what I'm gonna do when I'm traveling. So, busy day, busy day. Okay. Hope you're all very good. So, let me see. Flotty, Asif, Zaman, Duke, maybe a Band-Aid. How are you doing? What's up? And Mr. K. Mr. K, is that now going to be it? Is it now going to be here? Mr. K. Mr. K. Is that now it? Because I'm married now. Yes, everyone. For the people that don't know, I'm married since Friday on paper. That was the paper wedding, the big ceremony, the big party, the big all that stuff is going to happen on the 9th of March. And we will have the 9th of March as our official wedding day. Even though the paper wedding day, which is quote unquote official, I suppose, it was on the 23rd of Feb. But yep. Got that ring, Put a ring on it. Put a ring on it. I put a ring on it. Johnny English, what's up? B channel. Moin. Sirega, what's up? How are you doing? Bina, what a beautiful day it is. It is. It is. Even though the charts, it's very boring. It's been a great day, and the sun is shining in the Netherlands. Good temperatures. Summer is coming, man. I can feel it. The Fox, what's up? Dealy Crypto, how you doing? Dave, welcome as well from the Otter gang, I can imagine. Dave, are you from Alexo Crypto by any chance? Must be. I mean, he's spamming the altars. There's no way he's not from the Otter gang there. Crimson, how you doing? Hey, please count the second wave of this impulse we are in. Yes, we will do Elliott Wave. Not sure what second wave you mean just yet, but we're going to cover the 4-hour and then the local range as well. So Dave Digital, Dave P and Dave Digital. Oh boy. My verbal ASMR was starting to stress out. Glad you're live. My verbal ASMR. In the comment section, there's a few people that have been like creating a little bit of a trend. People saying I have a pilot voice. I don't know, like an airplane pilot. I don't know if I recognize myself in being an airplane pilot voice guy, but in the comment section, I've like one person started with it, and now I see comments appearing similar to the first one I saw. Don't drive Lambo. Yeah, well, the thing is that if you go to Amsterdam, it's always better to use your like public transport. Besides the fact, if I don't drive a car, I can work as well, so I can do stuff. But when I go to Amsterdam, you don't want to park the car out of the city and still take public transport to get into the city. Parking in the city is a mess. And when you take the train, it's like, for me, it's one train. I arrive at Central Station, and then it's a 10-minute walk to the place where we're going to have dinner. So it's much easier to just take the train, to be honest. So yeah, that's a good reason why, I suppose. I think I found the right cocktail of coins through trial and error. I just hope I could learn this damn Elliott Wave theory so I don't have to make as much errors loss. Elliott Waves is difficult, but it's the trial and error, like you say, that's gonna get you there. Not to forget, I quit for 2 months. I quit Elliott Waves for 2 months because I got pissed off, and then I got back to it. So it's already a long time ago, but nonetheless, I had my fair share of ups and downs. And the more you learn, the more, like, sometimes you hit a certain wall and you're like, fuck man, I don't get it, and I already know everything. And you're like, I still don't get it, I still can't trade it, I'm still not making profit. And then eventually you learn something new and you're like, and now I have progress. Christian, everyone, most people know that I have an esports background, right? That I used to be a professional gamer, right? I started with the game Trackmania in 2006 when I was 14 years old. Makes me think, Christian, I have to send you a DM on WhatsApp. When I was 14 years old, wait, I must be able to find this. Esports. Come on, there must be a picture somewhere. I think I only have it in my PowerPoint slides. Yeah, I only have it in my PowerPoint slide. My biography. Yeah, I have it in PowerPoint slides when I speak. But what I wanted to say is, when I was 14 years old, I'm now 31, by the way. When I was 14 years old, after 2 weeks of playing Trackmania on a specific server, which was called Race Wars, a team asked me to join their team, like people on the server. And Christian Hockel is the team boss, together with Ronson was his name in the game. So Chris, as he was called in game, and Ronson, those were the team leaders. And thanks to Christian for scouting me back in the day, I learned about competitive Trackmania, which then taught me about esports and competitions and clan wars against for example. Christian will know, Team and because of that experience and the training I did, I got better. And then 10 months later, I was scouted by Big Grip Gaming. And then I went professional from there on. But however, we're still in a WhatsApp group. Like, there's still a WhatsApp group called C Sports with some of the members still in there, like myself. And Christian is someone that lives partly on land and partly on sea, hence the name C Sports back in the day. So before that it was C Clan actually, but then C Sports. So Christian, thanks to Christian pretty much, I started my career as a professional gamer eventually, as that team was the kick for my professional career, and now I'm here. And thanks to my professional career, I managed to launch my own business in the esports industry, and now we're in crypto trading and all that stuff. So yeah, pretty cool to see Christian coming here as well. Christian Hochol. Where's the name now? Oh, here. Very nice to see you here as well. Man, there's such a history. Such a history. I love to see it. I'll reply to you. I'm so bad with my replies on WhatsApp sometimes. Like, can take ages. But I'm going to reply when I'm in the train. So, any plans of having a little Koens running around anytime soon? Not at all. Not at the moment. We're focused both on our business. Ashley's going to start her business in April. So, good morning, Trippy Gipsy, Dr. Daddy. What's up? There's a lot of us others. I see all the others here. All the others are here. Mike Christian, welcome. Factor Call, what's up? Adam, we're only going to cover Bitcoin. Won't take too long, but I also don't have too much time. So did you finally get used to saying my wife? Yeah, you got to remind me still, I'm pretty sure. Happy Sunday indeed. Santos Size, Marwan Air Force. Are you from the Air Force? Your tone is a tone of reassurance. Thank you, I suppose. Moon landing. Good question. Live 2 hours, I suppose that is, from Amsterdam. How is everyone? What's up, Moon Boot Boy? $40 1 hour parking, yeah. Man, it's stupid. Adam, say this one more time and you're out. So what's up, Nitesh? How you doing? I'm doing very well, thank you. You should watch 600. Yeah, I know. I think I'm gonna work on something with regards to the 6 steps, so people can make use of it somehow. So yeah. Good morning, R.S. Miller. PMB last night. Piano bar. Morning room. Okay, I got to quick because else we're not even going to do we're not even getting to the analysis, so I got to be quick. In 2000, I was doing Halo 2 tournaments. Man, there's no more people from esports here. No, I don't have copy trading because, you know, trading psychology, I prefer to focus on myself, yeah. World of Warcraft used to do the race to world's first. Man, it's so popular, eh? World's first. I also watch the movies. Movies are great. Okay, everyone, what's up, Habitual? Good to have you here. Mark, how are you doing? Okay, it's time to start. Christian, thank you. Man, it's so cool to see Christian here. Actually, we have such a long history, even though, like, of course, there's gaps, like, where you don't really, because you're focused on live, but my old team leader in the chat from 2006. Holy moly. I'm gonna write you, Christian, after the live stream when I'm in the train, so you can expect a message coming your way on WhatsApp. Where do I post this? Here. There we go. Okay, now that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna cover this range, and I have to go in about 15 to 20 minutes, so that leaves us enough time. We had a bit of chatting now, but I have to go because I got to go for dinner in Amsterdam with my fiance, her sister, and a well-known business guy. So gotta go. It's like a business meeting and a private meeting at the same time. Quite interesting. I'm gonna turn this around, by the way, and I'm gonna get the alternative in here first. There we go. Cool. Let's drink. Prost. Water. My wife. Thank you. Thank you, Rob. Oh, guys, please remind, every time I say fiance, it's your job to say wife, because I gotta get, it's the same as when you have your birthday and you change your age from whatever, 30 to 31 in my case, it takes a few days for me to realize I'm 31. I'm not 30 anymore, you know what I mean? Woo! Okay, let's go. Time pretty much 18 minutes. Let's wait for 18 to hit and then start. I don't do altcoins at the moment, but Amin Arkub, make sure to go to my YouTube homepage, scroll down a little bit, and there's a 6.5 hour altcoin video where I went over 19 altcoins on the daily time frame. Okay, the bullish scenario, which is neutral compared to, I kind of want to say like that, how can I, yeah, let's just go over it and we'll get to the probabilities at the end. So the first bullish scenario I want to show you, right, is an unfinished impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a wave 5. Common target area for 4 is the green box, less common the orange box, and the 0.618 is an invalidation for a wave 4. Even though we have the rule of alternation between a wave 2 and a wave 4, where it says the rule of alternation in Elliott waves, if a wave 2 is short in time, wave 4 can be long in time, right? Higher probability, wave 4 is long in time in general. But long in time does not mean that we can just extend wave 4 as long as it goes sideways, right? There is a bit of a maximum because it's still about context. It's still about the relationship between 2 and 4. And if a wave 2 becomes, or a wave 4 becomes too long compared to a wave 2, we have to start to count it different because the probabilities go down. Now, the most common target area for a wave 4 time-wise is between the 1 and the 4 fib time. The vertical lines here are taken from the high to the low of 2 to the high of wave 3, comparing 2 with 4 again, right? This low that you see is made between the 5 and the 6 fib time. Lowers the probabilities a little bit, right? That this over here is still a wave 4 of the same degree of this wave 2. It doesn't invalidate it. It's just that the probabilities go down. Now, in this scenario, definitely, preferably, this is your low, and you look for a wave 5 to the upside, where you're working on a 1, 2, and eventually a 3 for higher prices to come. If you make another low here, then that low is going to be around the 7 fib time, which is definitely not a fib time you want to hit for a wave 4. Again, it just really lowers probabilities if you make a new low over here that this is the correct wave 4 compared to this wave 2, right? Now, in this particular scenario, what we're then looking for is a flat, regular flat. 3 wave A, 3 wave B, 5 wave C, preferably as mentioned. It ends here because making a new low would mean that this whole structure is 7 times longer than wave 2, lowering the probabilities, right? So in other words, what we want to see is this high taken at 52.1K. Now, the only way we can finish a wave C here is if all of the waves are zigzag structures. In an ending diagonal, which this is because a wave C is an ending structure, right, of a 3-wave corrective move. Wave C has to be an ending diagonal where all of the waves have to be zigzag structures, meaning all of the waves are 3-wave structures. We have a zigzag up, zigzag down in 2, 3, 4, and eventually a wave 5, creating the diagonal, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of these waves, 1, 3, and 5, need to be zigzag structures in the bullish scenario that we're talking about right now. Now, arguably, there is a bit of a zigzag over here, potentially one here as well, but the lower time frames don't make it easy to count a zigzag in this one over here, right? Because this has to be a zigzag structure, meaning a 5, 3, and then a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, mini correction. 1, 2, 3. Where's 4 and 5? You know what I mean? Like, it's not too great, right? You could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know, right? It's not great. It's not. This is also 5 to 3 minute stuff, which generally is not something I like to do. But it's not easy to count a nice impulsive structure to the downside here, right? If you go to the 3 minute or even the 1 minute time frame, then there is a little potential like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, A over here, finish B, and then this being a wave C. But then your wave C is also very short compared to your wave A. We take a trend-based fib from the high to the low to the high, and toggle on the wave C target area here. We hit the 0.618. 0.618 is a rare target for a wave C. Is it possible? Yeah, because you can't really count this as a single impulsive structure. So there is the possibility here that this is a 3-wave ABC, absolutely, or that this is an impulse flat correction and then eventually a continuation. But for a flat, what's not preferred is that wave C in this case would be longer than A plus B. Lowers the probabilities that this move up is a wave C and an ABC, which means it increases probabilities that this is either an impulse or a zigzag, which are also the two options that we need for a diagonal. But in a wave C, we need a zigzag there. And arguably, there is a potential zigzag in here because also an impulse is very awkward to count in this move to the downside. So zigzag there, definitely a possibility. It's very straight, right? But that's sometimes the way it is. But preferably in the bullish scenario that you're low and you're now working on an impulsive structure to the upside, eventually get a retracement continuation. Generally, you want this high to be taken, right? Invalidates a potential diagonal to come down once again, because in a bigger wave C, this is your first, second, third, fourth, and then a fifth. If you take this high, you invalidate any new low to be part of a diagonal. So then this wave C moves up here. This is also the common target area for a wave C between the 1 and the 1.236. So taking this high is important, right? Oh, by the way, common target for B, 1 to the 105, taken from the high to the low for a regular flat. A regular flat is a little less common though, compared to an expanding flat. And if you don't actually know, an expanding flat is A, B, C, B far above A, C below A. Regular flat is more of a ranging flat structure, right? And a running flat is A, B, C, where C doesn't take the low of A. So therefore, because of the amount of time that this is taking, the other bullish scenario, which is gaining in probabilities the longer we are pretty much ranging here, and especially if price is taking this low, we have to switch the bullish scenario to discount here, where we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now inside this wave 3, we of course look for subdegree counts, right? So we need another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inside this wave 3, we're of course looking for another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And that's how you can go to the lower, and lower time frames. Inside this wave 3, we again need a 5-wave structure, right? 1, 2, and then eventually 3, 4, 5. So it can work over here. There could be here a double 1, 2, 1, 2, which you need to count for, then a 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. And then we can put wave 3 up here, look for a 4, and eventually a wave 5 in this particular scenario. Making it simple, the longer we range over here, and especially if price makes a low, this is your bullish scenario. Common target for 4, 236.05. Less common, 146.236. You don't want to hit the 618, that's an invalidation. Time-wise, we're still doing fine, but also here we're now ranging between the 3 and the 4 fib time, right? Preferably we finish this wave 4 before the 5 fib time. So even if we make another low, preferably that happens before the 5. The 5 is sitting on Wednesday, the 28th of February at 1 a.m. in the morning. And then we're looking for a wave 5 to the upside. No? Now in this scenario, there is the possibility for, where is it? A WXY here. This is a bigger corrective structure. W flatten X and then a wave Y to the downside. W zigzag, X flat Y, right? Sideways double combo corrective structure. However, John this morning also shared a scenario which I would agree with, is a potential WXY like this. But it would lead to the same conclusion as ending wave C here, because then this is your 1, 2, and you want to see continuation to the upside. This scenario here could say, hey, we take this high, but then we take the low, but we're still corrective. WXY continuation. It's just a scenario that I have in mind. As you can see, I didn't count anything in a lot of detail because it's weekend price action. We are literally not going anywhere on Sunday. I just want you to mainly think about the 4-hour scenarios instead of what's happening very locally, where these targets and this count is important as an alternative to the one I already explained here, where here we're closing to the 7 fib time, this low made between the 5 and the 6. If we make another low, this is going to be the bullish count that I'm going to be looking for. The bearish scenario is that you're already finished with your move to the upside here, and we go down. We get to the probabilities in a second, by the way. So the bearish scenario here, right, is your finito, and you're looking at a diagonal in a wave A or a wave 1, then a 2 or B, and a move to the downside in a C or a wave 3. What makes it complex at the moment is a diagonal can both be part of a wave C, 1, or A. And when we look at the local structures here, they're quite complex as well. So this move at least doesn't really look like an impulse. So arguably we're looking for zigzags in the diagonal, but that means wave 1A or C are still all possible. Because a leading diagonal, this is now a starting structure, 1 or A leading diagonal compared to an ending diagonal can be a 5, 3, 5, 3, 5 structure, but also all of the waves in a leading diagonal can be zigzags, same as an ending diagonal. This is a must for an ending diagonal, all of the waves zigzags, but for a leading diagonal where you start a new structure, you can have both. So when we get a diagonal where all of the waves look to be zigzag structures, it makes things complicated because we don't really know if it's a wave C, 1, or an A, if it is a leading or an ending diagonal. So therefore, we have to be very, very patient, and this high is important as, of course, the invalidation of this whole scenario at 53K. If price moves to the downside and takes this low, that is perfectly fine for the diagonal in a wave A or a wave 1. There's no problem for A or 1 to make another low. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then eventually a 5. No problemo, right, for wave 1 or A, but this 1 or A could also be finished here. How do you know? Go to the 3-minute time frame, start counting. We could absolutely be finished here already and now work on a corrective structure to the upside. I don't really like to go to the 3-minute though, so we can do this as well. The common target for a wave B, 382, 886, 514, 527. Common target wave 2, 05, 786, 517, 525K. And then we want to see an impulsive move to the downside in a wave C or a wave 3. Preferably accompanied by some bearish CVD divergences as well, right? We see bearish CVD divergences locally at the moment. Also bullish, by the way. But lower high in price, higher high on the yellow CVD. But interestingly, we also have here higher low in price, but on blue, lower low on the CVD. So a typical Sunday where patience is definitely important. So let me summarize this to make it a bit easy, because of course there's been a few scenarios here. So we're going to summarize what we're going to be looking for. And I'm going to do that with the probabilities as well. Wait, let me actually first do it without. Where is it? If price is moving up and hits the 886, probabilities automatically switch to taking this high. Even if we move down, the probabilities are higher that if the 886 is hit, the high here is going to be a B or X for a C or Y to the downside, which is corrective, and then go back up at a later stage to take this high. Hit the 886, I'm going to be looking for the high to be taken. That's number one that we have to remember, right? 886, 52716 on my chart here. Okay. Number two. If price takes this high and then comes back down again to take this low, we have to be aware for continuation in an impulse. Wave 3 to the downside. Corrective would be a wave C. We don't yet know. We have to wait and see what happens, right? Alternatively, it's a WXY, which would be the same result as an ABC, to be honest. A, B, C, move up, W, X, Y, move up. So pretty much what we're saying here is if we take the high first at 52.1 and then take the low second, we have to be aware of potential continuation to the downside. Now, the important support that you want to lose in this case is the blue box, 49.1, 49.8. Lose this support area, and we're going to be looking for lower prices back to the mid-40s, right? So this is very important support. Also the SR area here, just a general SR area, 49.9, 50.4. So that is tip number 2, right? 886, probabilities increase to take the high. If we first take 52.1K, this high over here, and then after take the low, probabilities increase for also lower prices if we lose this support. So this is important to observe, this area here. No? If we make a low first before taking the high, your bullish scenario becomes this count here for then the ABC just explained. All right. Yeah, and you have your bearish scenario for 1, 2, 3. So so tip number 1, 886 touch, we're looking for higher. Tip number 2, take the high first and then take the low second. Potential for continuation to the downside if we lose the support, because there is potential for a wave 1, 2, and then a wave 3 to lower prices, right? Of course, we don't, for a wave 2 or B, we don't have to take the high, but it's just an important high. It has an important role here, right? If we lose this support area, high probability to move to the downside for lower prices, and this is your high for the foreseeable future. Right, short term at least. If you take the low first before this high, there is the potential. You still have a diagonal, you finish a diagonal, and then you go up or down, or you finish wave C here, but that's not what we want. So if we take the low first, then preferably your bullish scenario changes to this one, right? And this becomes an A, B, C, and then move up in the bullish scenario. We also then enter the common target area for wave 4. In the bearish scenario, you want to lose the support, look for lower. So there you go. And that then, yeah, those are the 3 big tips, I suppose. No, that's also literally what I'm looking for. 886, hit the 886, probability is higher for a move up. Take this high first, big rejection, and see preferably some bearish CVD divergences and stuff here as well, and price moving down, potential for continuation if we lose the support. So this support is going to be the area that I'm going to keep an eye on. If we take the low first, then also watch the support, right? So that's pretty much it, because this structure here can be both a ending diagonal C or a wave 1 or A. So in other words, this or this, yeah. So because the probabilities are pretty neutral, right? We do have some bullish CVDs here, but you want to see local strength. Because the probabilities are quite neutral, I look for those type of things to give me increases in probabilities. Hit the 886, we're going to look for the high, right? If we move down over here, I'm going to look for support, right? So I know my areas of interest. Hit this area, I look for support. If we fill support, I'm going to be looking for a move to the downside. I don't care about catching the high or the low of a move. I care about being right. So same over here in this range, right? In this range, I entered at the high of the range, because this is where my probabilities for me as a trader and what I was looking for from an Elliott Wave point of view and everything, this is where, hey, probabilities are higher for a move up. This is the area where I entered. Not here, not here, not down here, not down here, right? So I don't have to catch a high or a low. And then it's just about management. So I'm just very, very patient here and just see what happens. So, yeah, that's that. Okay. Well, that being said, as mentioned, is this the coons emoji? Nice. I gotta go. I gotta go to Amsterdam for dinner. This is thanks, Mark, by the way, for sharing the altcoin stream there. What's up, Cheese? How are you doing? How are you doing? Welcome everyone as well. We finished the analysis here. It's gonna be quite a short one because I gotta go to Amsterdam. Gonna go for dinner there at a place. So I gotta move. Okay, gotta move. So keep an eye on the potential, right? We have bearish CVD divergences here. These play out if price takes this low over here. That's when they play out. And then we observe what price is gonna do. No? So yeah. Stay patient. Be disciplined. Follow your plan and your strategy. And yeah, I gotta, as mentioned, I gotta move. So thanks everyone for being here. I appreciate it. Thomas, we just finished the analysis, but if if the 886 is hit and we get some signs of strength, then yes, we are looking for at least 54.8k. I think is an important level, and above that we're looking for the 56. It can go quite fast. So yeah, short one, everyone. But I gotta move. Thanks for hanging out. And tomorrow, of course, another live stream. And yeah, tonight a new update as well. It's already prepared for the monthly, weekly, and the daily chart, high time frame stuff. 7 p.m. Central European time. It will be online, so make sure to check that one out. Thanks for watching. Catch you at the next one.